So, how's it going?
Hello. Hi. We're live, but we're not live, so that we can be live.
Hi guys, it's 14 seconds into being live. Happy Tuesday. It is March 11th, 2025. And Roger, who is this show for?
This show is for, let me back up real quick. You should see the moments leading up to this live. It is so funny behind the scenes. And then all of
Censored.
a sudden, everybody gets serious.
What does censor means?
Censored means
Yeah.
like I know what it means. I don't know how to describe it.
It's covered.
Wait, let me Google
It's
this. I feel
covered.
so stupid. Oh, suppressed, altered, suppressed.
Suppressed. Yeah, they're
It is
suppressing.
censored. But what is censored? Like what
Oh, what are we doing that's censored?
what kind of content needs to be censored? What is that called?
Explicit content.
PG-13 needs to be censored.
Parental guidance.
PG-13 does not need to be censored.
I mean, like the stuff that is not like openly taught, the censor board censors it.
And G, PG, PG-13, RX.
Oh, it's RX now? It used to be
I'm not
NC.
daring you today.
What?
So, I'm not daring you for anything today. You are on. I'm scared. So I'm gonna ask only nice questions.
Unleash.
Well,
Unleashed.
Roger's unleashed with his leopard shirt. Rare. I like it.
I wanted to stick with the theme today.
Can y'all switch us because I'm supposed to be looking over here and I'm looking at myself.
Okay, so you're supposed to be on the other side.
There we go.
Yeah, something was off. You guys should correct this beforehand. Guys, who is this show for? It's 2 minutes in. You haven't told us that.
Rosie, it's 2 minutes in already. Wow. Okay. Hey guys, so this show is for everyone and anyone who's looking to dominate in the area of their life. They're wanting to experience and do more. And specifically, we want to give our shots out to our sponsor too, Rivet Real Estate, where we help people expand their wealth by owning more real estate in the hottest market in the nation, which is Austin, Texas. We also do business in Dallas and Houston too, because the Golden Triangle is where it's at, and you're seeing billions of dollars being spent here. And so, without further ado, we're going to announce, what we're here for. But before that, Rosie, we usually talk about it, and then at the end of the show, I want to talk about it now. We got some really exciting things going on. First off, we have coffee socials, and then I'd like to talk about the big event that we're holding.
Why is Rosie's face like this?
I don't know. It's hard to keep a straight face with both of you because you guys are not like that behind the scenes. Bree, you are off today. You are so. I'm so afraid you.
That's the real her, though.
That's real her. By the
That's
way,
the real
everybody
her.
thinks that Brittany was like, I answer all your questions, whatever you need. This is her. This is nice her.
Off hinge, or what's it
Unhinged.
called?
Unhinged.
You're unhinged.
Yeah.
Unhinged. I like it.
So we got coffee socials, which was a big, a big event. It was beautiful. A lot of people out there. If you are looking at
40 investors show up every week, and we talk real estate, life, business, relationships, and how to become better. Period.
And if you want to attend, reach out to us so we could put you on, and so you could put you on. I don't know.
Can I just say something? I was not at Coffee Social Friday because I had to walk through in a closing. I am missing my people. I cannot wait to see everyone on Friday. I was like, I felt like my week wasn't over or even starting because I didn't have Coffee Social.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about Coffee Social?
Favorite part? This is very hard to say. I think my favorite part, two things. Can I have two favorite parts?
Yeah.
Okay. One favorite part is walking away better and different than I was whenever I came in. Mm-hmm. That's first favorite part. But second favorite part is seeing all of the people and just getting to give them a hug and like be there with my people. And we just hang out, we vibe, we learn, we grow. It's a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
You're there all the time, so you would know.
No, but now I'm, experiencing it through you when you said that. So, Rosie, what is it for coffee? Hey, what's up, Roy? We got Roy on the show. Howdy, partner.
Hi.
My favorite part is eating your fries. Second, I just love how raw, real the conversation is. Like we talk about real problems in business, real problems in personal life, and how like behind the veil conversation. Like that's what I love about it. Like where else could you get to talk about all the things that go wrong that nobody talks about?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. So Coffee Social
You
Week.
said behind the veil, by the way.
Huh?
I had to tell everyone that you said behind the veil because they might think you're behind the veil. No, I love you. I was helping you.
Don't clench your jaw so tight. I'll tell you what I go for. Am I the only one that goes for the kids burger? Like, what the heck? I love the kids
Love
burger.
that burger.
I look forward to it all week long, guys. So not only are you in good company, but you're going to have some good food. The food's really delicious. And then what does Beth say? I thought she said whale. Okay,
Thank you, Beth. But we love Lucy.
Oh, and Roy said coffee social is great. Good information and great people. Absolutely. And so the next thing that we want to talk about is the event that's coming up. We have a lot of RSVPs already. It's going to be a really cool event. We have over 40 people that have committed to coming. And so the spots are, the window's narrowing. So you definitely need to RSVP for that. If you're anything like me, you're waiting till the last moment to RSVP because you're thinking, you know what, there'll be plenty of room there anyways, and I'll get in when I can. But I encourage y'all to do that now. And if you are in our community, you're definitely invited. If you're a real estate investor, we definitely want you there because that's the mindset. And those are the people. And so, and our personal friends and family, you're invited too. Yeah. All right. With that, let's get the show started. Cool. So I'm really excited, guys. I think it's going to be a really good show. And we're going to talk about courage today. And the reason why we're talking about courage as it pertains to high performance habits is because there are basically 6 areas that we want to master in order to be a high performing person. And so the very first, I'm going to just go through the quick list real quick, and I'm going to share some cool graphics with y'all that I created. And I'm not so sure how Rosie's going to like them because she is the PowerPoint queen. And Bree, I can always count on you for your support. So
look at his board. That's not doing it. Okay, so set up front. I can count on your support, and you're not going to like it. So you shut up and you back me up.
No. Hey, I want it all. I'm standing encouraged. Hey, part of being encouraged today was wearing this leopard print shirt that I never wear. It's always hanging in my closet. And I said, you know what, guys, I'm going to be unhinged today. And luckily, I wasn't the only one. Bree, you're also unhinged today.
I love that I'm so unhinged without trying to be unhinged.
Yeah.
You have catnip to your coffee today.
No effort. Okay, yeah. Let's all get catnip in our coffee next time. I think that would be great. For those of you that don't know what catnip is, you're going to have to come to Coffee Social to find out. Okay, cool, guys. So look, check this out. There are 6 parts. I'm going to share my Word document with y'all before I share the graphics because I think it's important that you see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So here's these 6, right? So the first 3 habits are personal. Seeking clarity, generating energy, and raising necessity are all things that we would do to ourselves and to get to that peak performance. But then the latter 4 is increase productivity, develop influence, and demonstrate courage. And so we're starting with the last one first. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it was my favorite chapter out of the whole book about demonstrating courage and how that one trait of having courage is pivotal to all the other habits, and so that's maybe why he saved the last one.
One of my mentors in behavior, he's number one behavior expert in the world. His name is Chase Hughes. You guys can look him up. He says that the formula of influence is that every step should be a stepping stone for the next step. Like every step should open up the mind to the next idea. And it's very similar to what you're talking about. So even if we're influencing ourselves, everything we do should be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. So remember, Brie, you and I were talking at one time when we were thinking about doing client events, right? We were like, okay, we want to thank our people, but we don't want to do what things other people do because it might not feel real to us. And anytime things become very hard to do, it means it's out of our true nature and it's not in alignment with the way we are built, right? So I feel like that's one of a very, I don't know why did I share this, but for some reason it applies. Figure it out.
Basically, what I heard you say was that I'm phenomenal. I'm a really handsome guy.
Yeah, I know what you said. Basically, you were saying to be in alignment with everything that you do should be in alignment with who you are and what's important to you. And every step that you take, that's a stepping stone. And that's how you can demonstrate courage is through doing that.
You heard that, honey?
Wow.
You heard that? That's
all
somebody supporting their girl and really showing up for her. Brie, good job.
I don't know why those words don't land on my ears the same way. Brie, like, help me out.
It's okay. It doesn't happen with my husband. Only y'all.
It's like I can't hear her.
Chris will literally tell me something, and then I will like a little bit later. He's like, "I already told you that." And I was like, "Oh, I totally didn't hear you."
I'm like trying so hard over here. There's so many jokes, right? I could go over all of those, but like nothing's coming to mind right now. So even this one, Rosie, you were talking about developing influence, right? And I want us. The reason why I'm sharing is this because I'm going to say some things that may not seem right at some point, but it's because we skipped over the first 5 parts of the first 5 habits. And so when you hear me saying this, I may remind us that the context can be expanded going over some of the other habits. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So first, let's look at the definition of courage. Rosie, what do you think? Am I supposed to share the? Am I supposed to share the graphics? Oh, I know. You like it? You like it, Reed?
Well, it's very courageous of you to pick this pink
Well, I
color.
know green and pink probably don't go together.
Hey, can you just take this off my eyes? It's really hurting my eyes. Hurry up.
Okay. Hey, so why don't I just...
Hold on, Bree likes it. Put it back on.
Oh, you like it? Okay. Well, look, check this out. Definition of courage is taking determined action to serve an authentic, noble, life-enhancing goal in the face of risk, fear, adversity, or opposition. Key word here is noble, and so you can't do something that's courageous if it hurts someone else, right? So part of courage is that it can do no harm. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't even see y'all.
Oh,
Lighted by a hot pink color. That's why.
Okay. Hey, so you guys really don't like you, Rosie? You're getting a kick out of my graphics. We could talk about this.
No, there is no graphics. There was only a color.
Okay, well, guys, Rosie's gonna step up to the plate and make sure we have graphics for our next show.
I won't. You won't let me.
Okay, I won't let you.
I don't have no
How
idea.
many other things do I not let you do?
I have no idea what we're going to talk about. He's just like, oh, Marie, we're gonna go with the flow, and the flow is sometimes a storming river.
Yeah.
You're like rafting on, But anyways,
Hey, I'm an artist. A lot of things that I'll do won't make sense. But anyways, look, let's talk about it, guys. So the first thing that we have to realize is we can't make assumptions about how people are performing their courage. And so what might look like what someone's done is really small. If we really get to know their situation better, we can see that perhaps they are stepping out into courage.
Yeah.
And sometimes what it is we take our first step into courage, and then that like snowballs and opens up other actions that we can take. and the chapter of courage opens up with someone making a video and putting it on social media, and they got butchered, right? Like they got a lot of bad comments, and it was very uncomfortable for them. And they reached out to Brendon Burchard, and the lady was crying, and she was one of his clients. So she met him in a diner, and she had her sunglasses on, sitting in a corner, and she said, I didn't realize it was going to be so difficult. I was trying to be authentic, and I was sharing my vulnerabilities, but they were kind of hard on her because she was a celebrity, and they were like, oh, poor me, poor celebrity, and they were being really hard on her. And so but whenever he reached over and held her hand, and while she was crying, and he was like, this can't be about the video, and he wanted to kind of unload on her too, like, hey, like, so what if you didn't get a pat on the back? But when she started crying and opening up, she removed her sunglasses, and she had a black eye. So the vulnerability that she was sharing was how she was trying to get out of an abusive relationship. And he said, so like quickly he realized how he was judging her bravery or her courage. Does that resonate?
Mhm.
So sometimes what might be like a really small thing for us, it could be a really big thing for someone else, depending on their story and what they've been exposed to all their lives. Okay, cool. Do y'all have any, and it doesn't have to be anything grandiose, right? So I'm going to first start off with that. Like, what may be courageous for someone watching the show today is reaching out and saying, look, you know what? I think the time is now and I'm ready. Show me what I should know about investing in real estate. And so I don't want to isolate it just to that one thing, but it could just be starting off with a phone call and saying, Bree, you know what? I think I'm ready. Or Rosie, what do you think? Should I sell this place and invest somewhere else? So this is
You know,
that moment.
one of the biggest lessons I have learned, and I didn't think I was someone who understood this until way later in my life and my business both. This neediness and attachment to something to happen is a very repelling behavior for the rest of the world, because when we absolutely want something to happen, it means somewhere deep down we're coming from a place of scarcity, and we think what is the best thing for them, and that is a judgment, right? Like thinking that I know what's best for the other person is a judgment. What I know is the best way how to show up when somebody needs me. We don't know at all what is the right solution for someone or not. So every moment, if we can stay 100% open to curiosity and 100% unattached to which way they go, I think some of the best decisions are made that way. And I think maturing and experience in real estate and in personal life is that, to be able to become so open to every possibility that maybe for a moment you can transition to this thinking and say, you know what, maybe I don't know what's the best thing for them. The only thing I can know is how to best show up for that person. That's it.
Yeah.
That solves everything.
Yeah. Bree,
Can
you want to add anything?
I was actually just thinking of when you said that, when I think when people like say like courageous or like, have courage, people think that you have to be like, or like grab life by the
Rambo?
balls or like, like do something crazy. But
Yeah.
sometimes being courageous is like Rosie was saying, just being soft and being open to all of the possibilities and
Mm.
just showing up, just really just being there with someone, holding their hand. That can, why are you laughing?
I really enjoyed the word soft. I've never been called soft.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't call me soft.
But
But
that is soft, being open and being curious, like you said, like showing up in a different way. That is really courageous, because most people will always say, "Oh, I know what to do for you. Oh, I can fix the problem. Oh, like let me show up for you." But that's not always the best thing that that person might need.
yeah, they don't, we have no idea. We don't even know what's best for us.
Yeah.
We don't know. We think we know, but we don't.
Mhm.
And try living a day by saying, I know what's going to be the best, and I think life has a way to knock our teeth out and show us what's really up.
Yeah.
So
I want to acknowledge someone on the show, James Rambert, a close friend of ours. And
Rambert was here.
yeah, and he asking and you know what? He calls a lot of people forward to step into courage, and so doing a lot of great work. And I really appreciate him.
James Rambert is still here. I want to say something. First of all, what a freaking honor that you showed up today and said, give us a shout out. I want to say we are making videos today because of you. We are here openly being ourselves because you inspired us almost 5 years ago. My conversation one-on-one with you was the most transformative conversation. It was almost like you gave me a permission to be unapologetically me. I was always thinking, man, I don't know what I have to be on the podcast. And he said, just be you. Yeah. And I fell in love with myself that day. So I think the best thing you have done is creating that space for me. So I just want to say thank you for being such a great mentor and friend. And I love you. Thank you.
You know, Rosie, speaking about courage and making videos, isn't it interesting that before someone introduces the idea to us, we may have like a kind of overwhelm about it, or we might think it's kind of outrageous to think that way. And then once they've broken that barrier for us, now courage looks a lot better to us.
You know, I think it's very important. There are a few things. I'm going to pull it out. Actually, one of my mentors shared this early on. He said, you know, actually, you know what? I'm going to say that right now because we don't know if there's tomorrow or not. I'm going to, well, do you want to wait? Or
again, no, why don't you go ahead and pull it up and I'll give you some time to pull it up. And when you're ready, you just start waving really hard at the screen.
Oh, I figured it out. I figured it out. So one of my mentors actually shared like literally 3 rules on how to live a happy life. She said, number 1, surround yourself with people who light up when they see you. Man, if I can only see myself the way other people see me all the time, the ones who light up when they see me, I would be a very happy person all the time, right? Second, she said, slowly is the best way. Whenever you're not figuring it out, slow it down. She said, slow it extremely down, almost to the point of stillness. And the third, it was the most humble thing to hear from her, knowing how successful she is. She said, top of a mountain is the bottom of the next one, so keep climbing.
Wow. Guys, we're mixing in so many lessons here. I hope we don't confuse anybody. I'm just joking. That was a joke.
Rosie's face.
Rosie, it's a joke. Okay, guys.
You all.
What?
I'm a joke for you all, but for other people, very seriously.
No, it's you're a joke.
Okay.
What you said was a joke. No, I'm kidding. Get myself in deeper. No, we'll stop now where we're at. Okay, cool. I'm gonna share this screen real quick because y'all didn't like my visuals. So here's our statements that courageous people would say to themselves. I speak up for myself even when it's hard. I respond quickly to life's challenges and emergencies rather than avoid them. I often take action despite feeling fear. And then these are statements that they would disagree with. I don't feel that I have the courage to express who I really am. Even if I knew it was the right thing to do, I wouldn't help someone if it meant I would be judged, ridiculed, or threatened. And then last one, I really act outside my comfort zone.
I love them. Brie, what do you think when you read that?
I love them.
Copycat? Make your own answer. She loves me. Like, I've never seen anybody say, I'm a copycat. That's an offensive comment for most people.
That's being very courageous.
Okay, but there's one, and I am gonna share it on here. Hold on one second.
Roger's gonna have fun editing this video into small clips. And I'm listening, him laughing for next 2 hours because he gets it right away. Oh shit.
All right. I'm gonna read this to you so you don't have to, okay? So it says, if your future best self, a version of you 10 years older, who is even stronger, more capable, and more successful than you imagined yourself to be, showed up on your doorstep today and looked at your current circumstances, what courageous action would that future self advise you to take right away to change your life? How would your future self tell you to live? Do we want to be that
Bree,
vulnerable?
you want to say?
You say Bree?
Yeah.
What would I say to my wait, what?
What would your 10-year older, stronger, better
What action
looking,
would I
more
take?
successful? Yeah, what would they come to your doorstep and what would they tell you to do?
You know what I want to do?
Hmm?
No, I want to hear what she will tell you.
Okay, I think she would tell me to forget everything you ever learned that society ever taught you about who you are supposed to be.
Wow.
Quit living in your cage and box and just be 100% authentically you.
What a
Wow.
free ticket to freedom.
Wow.
I love that. Impressed. Thank you. Thank you.
That's impressive.
Roger, how about you? How is that?
Oh, me?
Roger
Me
talking?
next?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think my future self, 10 years older, stronger, better looking, and more successful would probably just tell me to start making those incremental changes that are going to give me more energy, that are also, like, for instance, how can I eat, which foods to eat that will give me more energy, diet, and wasting less time around those things, right? Like really being able to manage that, and just raising my necessity, become more clear what I want, and productivity would probably just give me a nudge in the right direction on the things that I could be working on that are much more productive and probably in alignment with who that person is. And probably would ask me to share more and love more. Yeah, share more and love more. Not as articulated as Breeze, but I'm working on it. What about you?
I don't need TV. I got it right here. I think actually, one of my really good friends and mentors had asked this question to me, and I think I'm very clear. I think I can love more. I can love more and show up more for people. And I think I have a major part of my life probably lived for myself and not enough gotten out of my head, go in my heart more.
Mm.
Yeah. Live for others.
Yeah.
Live to others.
Well, I remember when you came back from that event, it seemed like that had impacted you quite a bit, and you said something to the effect of wanting to love people more,
Yeah.
right? I kind of
I consider myself a very happy and loving person, but I didn't realize until that day that there is so much more depth to it. And um, unless you really go deep within and realize what you're truly capable of, you truly don't know what you're really capable of. It's almost like you have to give, the moment you give yourself permission to be, to unleash that person within you, I don't think people have any idea, including myself. I had no idea what I'm truly capable of doing. So I would say give yourself permission every single day to unleash more of who you are within.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think it's also like living a well-lived life. It serves as an example to others, and long after you're gone. And
Guys, I heard this little crazy story I want to share. Can I tell
yeah,
you? really
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so it was one of the lessons from, like, call it spiritual, motivational, whatever it is, right? They said if there was a monkey in a forest, right, and a monkey went around and gathered all the bananas in the forest and gathered into his little corner and every day just hoarded more and more bananas, people will think it's a monkey's crazy. Right? Matter of fact, scientists will start doing an experiment on him. Why is this monkey doing this? We should probably do a behavior research on him. And maybe there would be an article on him on Forbes magazine that there's this one monkey in a forest who's hoarding so much bananas that he's not leaving any bananas for any other animals to survive. And they said, but on the other hand, when a human hoards information, hoards material, hoards anything that is of material nature, we call it success.
Ah,
They said, but if an animal hoarded stuff, we'll call them crazy. Look at
yeah.
how we have normalized hoarding. And my mentor, I'm so grateful that I get opportunity to meet people who have much bigger breakthrough thinking than us. And I think it's all about being, and sometimes wisdom can come from
Well,
the
I think like really basing our value based on what's there in that way is not, that's not clarity of thought, you
Yeah,
know?
and she said that self-sufficiency is the biggest recipe of poverty.
Mm.
Let that sink in, right? Like when we think about, okay, how can I feed this mouth all the time? What are you gonna get? You're always gonna need more and never enough, right? But they said on last one of the deal presentations I have done for investors, there's this one very powerful quote by a great writer. He said, "Lone wolves." Brie, you want to help me right now?
Wolves. It was fine.
Lone wolves starve, packs feast.
It's true.
So if you want to feast, take care of others.
One community.
Yeah, together.
Yep. And I think that actually is a great segue into this next part, which is the 3 different kinds of courage, or 4 different kinds of courage. And we could define courage however we wanted to, right? But I think that you guys will really appreciate this. So 4 basic, meaning there's probably more, but this is what he's summed up for us, is the physical courage. So that's like when we put ourselves in harm, or maybe it's not only that, but I think you can wrap your mind around physical courage, maybe jumping into a stream to save someone's life, right? Then there's the moral courage, that's speaking up, values, social responsibility, your principles, your altruism. I don't even know if I'm using that word in the right way. But psychological courage, which is overcoming our own insecurities and fears, asserting our authentic self instead of conforming. That's our psychological courage. And then lastly, our everyday courage, taking action despite uncertainty and showing up. And a lot of those, I don't know for you guys, but feel like there's a lot of crossover. And it's not as clear to me personally how these 4 are distinguished. But I guess it could serve as a frame, right? Like, okay, look, I need to build up my physical courage, and how can I do that? Perhaps these are the ways. And then moral courage, psychological and everyday courage. Maybe give us more focus to work on those specific areas. Does that make sense?
Yep. Beautiful. Well, this call was definitely very introspective. And, we can all have this pressure on our minds to be perfect and infallible.
Yeah.
But I think it actually is not, it pushes people away, because showing our vulnerabilities is what humanizes us. And that's what makes us more relatable. And it allows others to have an authentic space with us where they can be open and share their vulnerabilities. And it's okay to be human together. So either way, that still leads to success. You don't have to be perfect to be successful. And maybe that's what's keeping us from being successful, being perfect all the time. And so I just want to say thank you so much for demonstrating that conversation today and taking it to the next level.
Well, I definitely want to mention like just the 3 parts of it real quick, if we can. And that one is number one is honoring the struggle and just knowing, like, I know a lot of us live in a time and space right now where we feel like everything's got to be a motivational speech, or it's got to be a affirmation. And so parts of, honoring the struggle, he's saying that anything worthwhile is gonna take some, it's gonna take some perseverance, right? And otherwise, why would you need courage if everything was easy? So number one, honoring the struggle. Number two is share your truths and ambitions with other people. And so we've been told all our lives to, like, don't put yourself out there like this, don't share, don't be vulnerable. But then at the same time, if when are we going to turn that on switch for letting people know what our goals are? And it allows them to become more real when we share those things. And you may want to start sharing with your family and your friends. And some of the ways that you can share is by having conversations with them and making it more normal, right? And then the third one is find someone to fight for. So there's three parts, right? And the last one is find someone to fight for. And he specifically talks about loving his wife so much. And when his career was starting off, he wasn't doing so well, financially. And then he really started to anchor the idea of his wife and his family and what it meant to achieve that success for them. And so again, number one is that, honor the struggle. Number two is share your truths and ambitions. And number three is find someone to fight for.
And number four, find someone to fight with so you don't have to be scared. I'm just kidding. There's power in numbers, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Not fight with, but fight with.
Whatever you ate for lunch today, don't eat it next time. Bree, especially you. No food for you.
So guys, Kay's available, and she can send this out as a PDF to anyone who's watching. If you're not on our email list,
Look at Beth. I thought she said whale. Beth, see me on Friday.
Beth, I'm buying you potatoes.
I'm gonna start talking Indian.
Feel so
Then
validated.
your W's and V's would be
Camouflaged.
just shh. All right, so today we delivered 37 minutes and 57 seconds of high value information. It was fun. I just love being here with y'all. Thank you so much for being you. It has been an incredible 10 years with you, Bree, and 20 with you, Roger. I think I have become a better version of myself, and I continue to look in the mirror and realize the things I need to work on. And thank you for being a space for me that allowed me to be myself more. So thank you very much.
Again, Coffee Social. We want to see y'all out there. Come bring your beautiful face. And
hold on, Bree, can you announce the client event and tell us all about it?
Please do that.
Yes, I can. Sorry, guys. All right, guys. Tell all the details.
Go unleash and unhinge.
All right, so guys, Saturday, April 5th from 6 to 8:30, come meet us at a beautiful, amazing, luxurious home. We're going to have wine, food, music, maybe some games. I don't know yet.
And you're going to have us to laugh and play with. And yes.
So
and
much
why are we doing this?
Because we love you.
We just want to celebrate you.
We want to spend time with you. We want to get to know you more intimately, give you all the love and all the hugs.
Thank you. Thank you. And no hidden agenda, no outcome needed, nothing. Just be with each other. And
looking
just
for good conversation and good friends to hang out with.
Classes, have fun, and make some unforgettable memories together. Thank you. Love you all.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.